This has been a terrific experience. As you know, this is my second election campaign, so the difference is night and day. When I'm going around talking to people, they're enthusiastic about our Conservative campaign.
The healthcare system, lack of doctors is the big one, and then gas prices is shortly on behind that.
Basically, 3 words: jobs, doctors, and daycare is what's resonating from each and every home.
The Green Party in general is a very conservative party. We have conservative fiscal policies. The tax base is really the most important part of that, taxing the things that we don't want, such as pollution and carbon.
I think there's a strong possibility. I'm not in this to come second, for sure, and I don't think anybody would think otherwise.
I would not have left a profitable business to come up here for a show for 5 weeks. I'm here to win, I'm here to lead, and the ideas that I have, bringing these Korean businesses here, bringing 2,000 jobs at one company.
We're hoping to make it a big thing, and we're hoping to win. But we're also hoping to get the message out to all the other campaigners and all the other political parties as well, that going green is what people want.
It's a winning formula. Green business is the future. The Germans have a carbon tax. They are the largest exporters of products in the world, more than China, more than the US.
Continue to insist that the government not spend $50 billion on tax breaks for oil companies and banks.
The economics have to come first. The other issues contribute to those economics. Those are the things that I'm going to move forward and try and support. For the record, the FedNor budget has been guaranteed for 5 years. They're going around, I've heard weird allegations about the FedNor budget being reduced or slashed or eliminated. It's absolute nonsense.
The Prime Minister left his local candidate out to dry by suggesting that there's going to be a $10 million increase to FedNor, but they're going to spend it in Southern Ontario. That's precisely what we've been concerned about.
It's going to be a Liberal minority government. We need to change in that right direction, and I believe with my business development, my economics and finance experience, I'm perfectly written for this job description at this point in time for Sault Ste. Marie.
Like the Conservatives and the Liberals are both saying, simply, deliver $50 billion, to companies, oil companies that are gouging us at the pumps and making extraordinarily high profits, obscene profits, and to banks that are also making high profits, and in fact, with the recent reduction in the prime lending rate by the Bank of Canada, aren't passing that on to consumers, and we're going to give them $50 billion in tax breaks?
Really hit home to me that we really need to make some major changes if we want a future for our children, period. Forget about all the other issues. We have some major things we have to change. We have to stop consuming all our resources. We have to start thinking a little bit more about the future. And if we don't do that, there's really no telling where this economic collapse can go.
Win for Sault Ste. Marie. Tony Martin, I'm sure this is his last hurrah in politics. He served Sault Ste. Marie. Our population's shrunk. Our youth has left. His legacy stands. He can defend it all he likes, that he's been writing letters and trying to help, but the end result is people are worried about jobs, doctors, and daycare, and he hasn't delivered, and it's time for Tony to move on.
Not everybody is going to vote Conservative, and I don't expect that, but there's a lot of people that are telling me, in spite of the fact that they might not have voted Conservative before, they're going to this time, because as far as they're concerned, it's time for a change. And I'm really feeling that and feeling it a lot.
On hand and begin to look at forming a government. And I'm sure all of us will be anxious and excited to participate in some way in that.